You, do I look fresh today?
I like your cut, G.
I don't believe you.
Like, why does he go? First of all, why the black guy? Second of all, what the fuck did he do? What did he do to deserve this?
Then Thrag flew above him and winded up a punch from the heavens. And if you take a look at Nolan's face right here, you can tell that he is clearly thinking,
damn.
He's really about to rock my shit.
So Thrag grabs Mark and starts giving him ferocious back shots. Then after he finished giving Mark back shots.
Wait, what? Wait, that's... I don't remember that happening in the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another banger from CJ Dachamp, The Trial of Thrag, Viltrum's final boss. This man was disrespecting, aura farming, and looking fresh as fuck while doing it. It doesn't get worse than that. Bro, I just need to hear what CJ has to say about this man, because the way he disrespected Mark was, I can't even explain it. But what I really want to hear him talk about is this stupid, pink-looking, dumbass, stupid motherfucker called Oliver. I need to, it's like, oh my god, bro. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the show, but I'm not gonna get into it. Let's just start this up.
Why is everyone so nervous about fighting this Thrag guy? No way he lives up to the hype.
Well, like I was saying, the fucking dumbass over here. Hold on, let's hear this one more time.
Why is everyone so nervous about fighting this Thrag guy? No way he lives up to the hype.
A few moments later.
I got this!
Your life literally is as valuable as a summer ant. Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. Because what are you here
Look
for?
at his face, bro.
To worship me?
Pure fear. Damn! Like, what the fuck made you what made you want to start talking shit here? What was going through your head for you to just talk shit about this man?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know what time it is. Court is now in session because it's time for a trial. And it is for none other than the crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy. Viltrum's final boss, Grand Regent Thrag. So, y'all already know how.
But I've seen so many people talk shit about this guy, talk about he's on fraud watch. He's a fraud. He ain't nothing. He ain't scaring nobody. And then he started putting belt to ass. Half of the people got quiet and the other half apologized. That's what I'm talking about.
This works. We got the evidence and it is ready to be presented. And my God, I gotta say this is some of the most damning evidence a character has ever had. So without further ado, Exhibit A.
You know how Yujiro Hanma got the demon back? Thrag got the demon hairline.
All right, let's get down to business. Exhibit A, Thrag's rise to power and his multiple atrocities. Now, we actually got a glimpse of Thrag's backstory right here. And just from this backstory alone, you could already tell that Thrag was a crazy ass nigga because this man is responsible for multiple horrible atrocities. So let's start off with example 1. This one planet was trying to start a rebellion because they were fed up with the Viltrumites' rule. So they decided to blow some shit up and retaliate. So the Viltrumite higher-ups or Argos Council, whatever the hell you want to call them, had a meeting to discuss of what they should do about this rebellion. Now, Krieg and Thetis were basically arguing the whole time because Krieg straight up proposed that they should just decimate the whole planet to show the strength of the Viltrum Empire and strike fear into the species that was trying to rebel. But Thetis, on the other hand, proposed,
like, bro, killing the whole planet just because a few of them rebel? Really?
That they shouldn't decimate their planet because the Viltrumite rule over this species was cruel and inhumane. And he thought that since this species showed some type of pushback against their oppressors, that it was an act of strength and Viltrum should respect it because their main core value was strength. Now, while they kept yapping, Argol decided to shut both of them up. Then he asked Thrag, "Young nigga Thrag, my crispy apprentice, what do you
Why does he sound like Lord Palpatine?
think we should do about this minor inconvenience?" And Thrag straight up said that these creatures were so weak that their weakness was an offense to the natural order of the universe, and we should educate them on why they're so ass. And after hearing Thrag's
who
rant,
is his barber?
Argyle was like, now that is why you are my right-hand man. Tax them niggas 25% of their population.
Oh,
This
yeah.
man Thrag is responsible for this race losing 25% of their population. A quarter of these niggas was wiped off the map because Thrag thought they was weak as hell.
25%.
Now, let's move into example 2. His first day as Emperor. Now, after Argyle got assassinated and took a big-ass shank to the skull from Optimus Prime, they had a massive funeral.
Wait, that was in the comics?
Assassinated and took a
They didn't even show that in the show. Oh, God. Well, at least now we know how he got that big-ass hole in his skull.
Optimus Prime, they had a massive funeral for this man, and it was broadcasted across the entire planet. So after Thrag was done giving the eulogy, he does what is quite possibly one of the craziest things a leader could ever do. He said that there is a sickness in our society and it needs to be cut out. So he points at this melanated
Okay, and now this was uncalled for.
brother behind him and asks him, do I look fresh today?
I like it, cut G.
I don't believe you.
Like, why does he go? First of all, why the black guy? Second of all, what the fuck did he do? What did he do to deserve this? He dead-ass killed him just for shits and giggles. For nothing. He died for nothing.
Leader could ever do. He said that there is a sickness in our society and it needs to be cut out. So he points at this melanated brother behind him and asks him, do I look fresh today?
I like it, cut G.
Do I look fresh
I don't
as
believe
fuck
you.
today?
He decapitated this brother for no reason
No
at all. He
reason.
chopped his head clean off to make an example out of him. So after he just murdered
This is how you know the Viltrumites ain't shit. You could just exist and they would kill you because you exist. Not out of hate, not out of love, just because you exist.
this dude in front of everyone, this man gets on the mic and says, as my first command as Grand Regent, I, Thrag, hereby officially announce the first ever Viltrum Culling Games. Seek out every single sorry-ass nigga in our population and eradicate them. Purge every weak nigga from our population.
One guy dies and he decides to do a fucking purge.
So after Thrag gave this speech, all hell just broke loose across the entire planet, and the Great Purge began. Viltrumites just started killing each other off one by one, so they could weed out every person they considered weak. And it wasn't just the adults doing it too. It was the kids as well. Look at them jumping.
The kids are jumping each other.
This little nigga. Bro got jumped by 3 other kids that got stomped out to death. This was just straight up horrific. And I'ma keep it a beam. This had to be one of the worst ways to ever find out who was weak or not. Because what this was a battle royale. Anything could happen. You could literally get cheap kills off of niggas for third-partying another 1v1. They could be 10 times better than you. Or you could literally wait until their 1v1 was over and they were at half HP. And just come behind them and sneak their ass. Like, this shit is stupid. And God forbid a nigga ran into a motherfucker like Conquest, because that was just instant death. It didn't matter how strong you were if you ran into
What
that.
the fuck is this image?
Nigga, that is just straight up bad RNG. And at the end of this purge that Thrag started, it led to half of their population getting wiped out. Billions of Viltrumites died because of this purge. And those billions of bodies are on Thrag's head, because he literally commanded them to do this. And now we're at our third
That was before the virus, which killed even more of them afterwards.
major atrocity, and that was his invasion on Telescria. This nigga pulled up in a big-ass Star Destroyer and started burning this city to the ground and destroying everything. Millions of innocent people were getting booed and vaporized
Jesus.
while this man was just sitting in his ship and looking down on all this death and destruction. And there is a high probability that this man would have probably just scorched the whole planet if Mark and friends didn't destroy his ship and make him tweak out about losing Argol's skull. But I think that we can all agree after looking at these 3 atrocities that this man Thrag is just a straight up space tyrant, because there is nothing more that this nigga loved to do than conquer civilizations and spread bloodshed wherever he went.
Murder, murder, mass murder, even more mass murder, genocide.
Exhibit B. All right. Exhibit B. Putting the fraud allegations to rest.
Oh, yeah.
Man, oh man.
This is gonna be my favorite exhibit. The Thrag fraud watch is on. He got to redeem himself. What the fuck is this?
Of people that were calling Thrag a fraud before.
This is what I'm talking about, bro. Everyone was talking shit. Everyone was talking shit. But then he started putting better ass. Now everybody got quiet.
All right. Exhibit B. Putting the fraud allegations to rest.
I've seen people make apologies videos to this man.
Man, oh man. The amount of people that were calling Thrag a fraud before episode 7 was just flat out insane. Like, we're now in a era where if a new character ain't doing some shit like ore farming or putting belt to ass to niggas in the first 5 minutes of their screen time, they're putting them on fraud watch. People were actually calling him a fraud before he even threw his first punch. Now,
That's what I'm saying.
were a part of the crowd that was calling
That's what I'm saying. We didn't even see him fight. And y'all want to say he's on fraud watch?
Thrag a fraud before all this happened? All is forgiven, as long as you sign this document and turn it in by the end of the trial. Now,
wait, what does that say? Grant Regent Thrag apology form, reasons for behavior. The media convinced me it was bad casting. I only looked at his jawline. I was not aware of his true power. I didn't read the actual comic. The betrayer convinced me he was weak. I was jealous of the Viltrum Empire. I am sorry for my behavior, and I will hereby respect Grand Regent Thrag.
Sign this document and turn it in by the end of the trial. Now, everyone should have known Thrag was all about—
What the fuck? Dude, what is going on in Tomodachi life? Is that how what it's called? Tomodachi? Whatever. Can you create basically any character that you want? That's Thrag in a video game. A Nintendo video game, bro. From what I'm seeing, it's basically Animal Crossing, but it looks like you can just make anyone you want.
About that action the moment the coalition pulled up to Viltrum, because they pulled up searching for this man just for him to meet them at the front door. Bro said, you ain't even gotta search for me, gang. I'm right here and I'm ready to throw down. So Thula comes from behind and sneaks Status in the back, and all the other Viltrumites end up surrounding them, because Thrag set up an ambush because he knew they were gonna try to track him down and kill him on Viltrum. So he sicks his minions to start jumping the coalition, while he just straight up sat back and watched them fight the whole—
Oh my god, bro. This fight was intense, but the fact that Battle Beast got no screen time was bullshit. But, spoiler alert, in 3, 2, 1, in the comics, apparently he's gonna fight Thrag again. And apparently that fight is just so fucking insane, it's gonna last for days. So hopefully, we're gonna see that. Because, bro, I want to see Battle Beast fight.
Time. This dude didn't even bother to move from the spot he was in till Space Racer shot his Infinity Ray at him. And all he did was move back a couple of inches. This man didn't give a flying fuck. And
I'm sorry,
all he did was move back a couple of inches. This
CJ.
Space Racer shot his Infinity Ray at him. And all he did—
I don't think he moved, bro. I think that was just the camera.
Was moved back a couple—
The cameraman moved. I don't think he moved.
Inches. This man didn't give a flying fuck about a laser that would one-shot him. He just straight up had the confidence to know that shit wasn't hitting him. So the first person to actually—
What is this game?
try to fight him was Omni-Man. So Nolan flew in and tried to hit him, but all Thrag did was move back a couple of inches again and make Nolan hit straight air. Then Thrag flew above him and winded up a punch from the heavens. And if you take a look at Nolan's face right here, you can tell that he is clearly thinking,
Damn.
He's really about to rock my shit.
Thrag punched this nigga Nolan so hard he turned into a living, breathing meteor and made him crash all the way down on the surface of Viltrum. So after Thrag hit Nolan with a stage change—
You want to know something? I have a feeling in the beginning of this fight, I think he was holding back. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he was holding back. I don't know. I really don't know.
Thrag came down and tried to hit Nolan with some good old talk no jutsu. He was telling him, Nolan, big dog, come home. Why are you fighting
Nolan, my dog.
sorry ass, weak ass niggas? Thetis is sorry ass killed our emperor and brought us to damn near extinction, and you wanna align with that Autobots roll out sounding ass nigga? But Nolan tried to tell Thrag that he
They killed my barber, Nolan.
was a changed man now, and he was done sipping from that Viltrum Kool-Aid to be a brainwashed space tyrant. So after Nolan tried to get Thrag to stop and surrender, Thrag looked at Nolan dead in the face and said, oh, Nolan, how far you fallen. Looks like that Earth Coochie really made you a soft-ass nigga.
Hey,
So
yo.
Thrag winds up a punch that was so strong it created a vortex, and he hits Nolan with a sure you can.
How do you create wind from winding up your punch? How? He's a fucking airbender.
That was so strong it created a vortex, and he hits Nolan with a sure you can
God
from hell.
damn.
It sent Nolan flying all the way back up into the stratosphere. So after Nolan got sent back to outer space, the next person that tried to step up was everyone's favorite useless purple punching bag.
my God.
Now before we observe what happens to this half insect buffoon, I want y'all to hear exactly what Oliver says 20 minutes before this fight starts. Roll the clip.
Bro, show up the evidence. Show us the evidence.
Why is everyone so nervous?
This dumbass is the embodiment of everyone who was talking shit on Twitter and everywhere else.
About fighting this Thrag guy? No way he lives up to the hype.
Now, as we can see, Oliver is basically representing everybody that put Thrag on
This is him talking shit after almost getting bodied by Conquest.
Fraud Watch. He himself was not believing in all the hype, even after his dad straight up told him, however strong you think you are, Thrag is stronger. But Oliver,
His dad told him that.
being a hard-headed ass nigga and not listening to any of the warnings about Thrag, ended up being on the receiving end of one of the most brutal scenes in the series. Oliver flew in to punch Thrag, but Thrag stops.
Oh, he didn't mention it, but Mark specifically told this stupid motherfucker, don't go fighting Thrag by yourself. Do not try to 1v1 him. And what does he do?
End of one of the most brutal scenes in the series.
He 1v1s
Oliver flew in
him.
to punch Thrag, but Thrag stops him with one hand. Then he crushes Oliver's hand and grabs him by the arm when he tried to get away. And you can see it in Oliver's face when he finally realized
knew he
that
fucked
he
up.
fucked up. And he should have listened to his pops the whole time. But it was all too late for him. Thrag backhands Oliver
God
so
damn!
hard, his jaw falls off and his left arm
jaw
got
flew
snatched.
away.
Ah, man. Attempted murder and tackle on the child abuse. This nigga Oliver is the most useless person on this squad. He was a waste of space. And I already know some of y'all gonna be like, but CJ, what about Tech Jacket? You see,
What about Tech Jacket? She was a fucking liability this entire show. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth.
at least Tech Jacket knows her role. Sit in the back line, shoot your Viltrumite debuff darts at him, and get your assist. She's being a
She wasn't doing much, but at least she was doing something.
good support character. Oliver, on the other hand, is that one brain dead DPS on your team that goes into a fight alone, dies, and asks where the team was at as he's feeding the other team. This nigga is just straight up garbage.
He just doesn't learn. He didn't learn his first time fighting Conquest. He didn't learn his second time fighting Conquest. He didn't learn when he fought that big ass fucking dragon. He didn't learn when his dad and brother warned him. And now look at him. He's missing a fucking arm, a jaw, and he's in a fucking coma.
This little nigga was talking crazy as hell, all for him to get his jaw broken off and not being able to talk again for the foreseeable future. Fucking trash can, bro. So after Oliver got humbled by Thrag, Mark tried to rush in on Thrag with a rage boost, all for Thrag to flash him with one of the craziest impact frames of all time, then stopping his punch with his hairline.
demon
Then
hairline.
He showed Mark his fresh lineup that he got right before this battle. He gives him a left and a mean-ass gut check, then grabs him by the neck and tip slaps him out of Viltrum's orbit. Look at the
I replayed that pimp slap scene so many times.
impact frame of this man getting the shit slapped out of him. He slapped the taste out this nigga's mouth and made his whole
Pause on that.
head do a 180 before his whole body got put in reverse. Not gonna lie, gang, just for this, I'm giving him an extra
You can't tell me he was going at full power in this scene. He was definitely holding back.
attempted murder because this pimp slap was uncalled for, bruh. So damn disrespectful. Then after he pimp slapped Mark, he flew up to my glorious King Battle Beast, rocked him in his jaw, then grabbed his jetpack, then threw him to a whole
He
other
didn't even
solar
waste his
system
time
because
on
we
Battle
don't see him
Beast.
again for the rest of the fight. Just for doing that to my goat, that's attempted murder. Cause throwing Battle Beast like a toy into deep space is actually insane.
Bro,
So since everyone
everything
was
he
getting
does is attempted murder.
all walked by Thrag, they decided the best thing to do was to just destroy the whole planet. So Space Racer shot his infinity ray at the planet, and Mark, Nolan, and Thetis fly into the planet's core and blow it up.
Holy shit.
So after these three blew up the planet, this sent Thrag over the edge. This man looked directly at Thetis, locked onto his target like he was a heat-seeking missile, and ripped Thetis' head clean off of his shoulders. Ladies and gentlemen, that was just straight up murder. They just didn't even get a chance to react. All he saw in his last moment was Thrag's crispy ass hairline, blitzing him at Mach speed. Then he displayed his head to everyone, then crushed it into mush while telling everyone they're next. So after he sent Optimus Prime back to the Bayverse, he grabs Nolan with no hesitation and just starts to lay the smackdown on this nigga. While Nolan couldn't do anything, he couldn't fight back at all. Thrag then Loki started hitting Nolan with the
Bro, Nolan got some high durability.
Superman Injustice 2 super move, just yo-yoing his body with punches. Then Mark came in and tried to help out, but he gets punched in the throat and he can't breathe anymore. So Nolan tried to attack, but he gets his wrist shattered.
Oh, God.
Then when Mark saw Thrag flying towards him, his fight or flight senses kicked in. Cause Mark hit the jets and just tried to skedaddle, but Thrag was chasing him and he was on his ass. Look at the expression.
Bro, this is a fucking meme. Look at his face. Look at his face. He's ready to fucking murder someone. Now, he's here to catch a fucking body.
His face right here. This is the face of a man who is terrified and is running from death itself. So Thrag grabs Mark and starts giving him ferocious back shots. Then after he finished giving Mark back shots.
Wait, what? Wait, that's... I don't remember that happening in the show.
This is the face of a man who is terrified and is running from death itself. So Thrag grabs Mark and starts giving him ferocious back shots. Then after he finished giving Mark back shots, he had him hoisted up and he was about to end this man's existence right here. But Nolan comes in and saves Mark at the last second. So after Mark got saved, Mark asked, "Dad, how do we beat him?" And Nolan looked back at his son and said, "Son, we're cooked."
Oh my God, right in his sternum.
Lord have mercy, Thrag gave Nolan the Viltrumite special technique.
He
That
gave him
is
the
just
donut
flat out
treatment.
attempted murder. Then Thrag grabbed Mark by the neck again and gave
Somehow that's attempted murder.
him a headbutt that was probably heard around the cosmos.
Jesus.
Then he started to squeeze his head, and he was going to crush Mark's head just like he did to Thetis. But at the last second, Thrag decides to stop because he realized that too much Viltrumite blood has been spilled. So he lets Mark off the hook and leaves him for dead in space
By
with
the
his father
power
and his
of
brother.
plot
This
armor.
man Thrag shut those fraud allegations up real quick, cause he just straight up wiped the floor with everyone. Omni-Man
Hey, yo.
got left with his guts hanging out. Mark got put into another coma, and Oliver had to get put in a Bacta tank with a new shiny mechanical jaw and a prosthetic arm to go with it.
Jesus, child abuse.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our third and final exhibit. Exhibit C, PTSD and holding Earth hostage. Now, after Thrag put belt to ass to the coalition and left the whole family for dead in space, Mark thought they were going to go to Earth and destroy everything. So when Mark finally recovered from the beating that Thrag gave him, it is revealed that Mark got his ass beat so bad, he got PTSD. But not just your regular PTSD. This nigga Mark got specifically post-thragmatic stress disorder. Not gonna lie, we haven't seen a case of PTSD this severe since Slade did this shit to Robin. because Mark was tweaking out so hard he was seeing things just like Robin was. So let's go through some of the examples real quick of how severe this actually was. Example 1. Mark finally comes back home to see his mother for the first time after the war. So this was supposed to be a heartwarming moment, but it goes south real quick. While Mark was talking to his mom, he looked away for like 1 second. And when he turned around again, he sees Debbie getting choked out by Thrag. And Thrag tells him,
I deadass thought that shit was real.
this is the smallest repayment for what you did, and rips Debbie's head clean off. I'm not gonna lie, this shit got me for a quick second.
He just
'cause this
ripped
happened
her
so
in
fast
half.
It felt like a jump scare. Bro
Like she
really
was
thought
made
for
of
a second
Play-Doh.
that he saw his mother get her head ripped off before he finally snapped back into reality. But this was only his first post-thragmatic stress disorder episode, because there were more to come. Example 2. Mark and Eve were having a very important conversation about how life's been for her since Mark
thick as
left.
hell.
And she was about to give him the whole lore dump of what all happened when he left. So right before she was about to tell Mark that she was pregnant, she gets her head snatched by Thrag. And Thrag starts to hold her up above Mark and tells him, you took away what I loved. Now I'm taking what you love, little nigga. So he starts to gouge her eyes out and crush her face.
Oh my
then her
God.
other eyeball ends up popping out of her head before he finally kills her in front of Mark. Then throws her lifeless body right back at him. This nigga Mark was going through hell. He was living a nightmare because he couldn't
He really needs to talk to somebody.
tell if this was real or not. Eve had to snap this man out of the genjutsu that he was stuck in because he was actually stun locked. Now, let's observe example 3. Mark is giving the debrief to Cecil about the war and was low-key about to ask him for a therapist. Now, while their conversation continued, Mark closed his eyes, and the moment he looked back up, he sees Thrag giving Cecil the Viltrumite special move.
Oh
and while
my
he
God.
had his body lifted up, he told Mark, just to let you know, I'm still in your head, and not even therapy can repair the shit I did to you. Then he throws Cecil's lifeless body to the side like trash. And after this, Mark just started hyperventilating, because he was having a panic attack mid-PTSD.
He's gonna have a heart
till Cecil
attack at
finally
this
calmed
point.
this nigga down and brought him back to reality. So after Mark went through like 3 post-thragmatic stress disorder episodes, Mark decided to go on a flight to clear his head.
The fuck?
And while he was out flying, he sees Thrag again.
Aura
Mark,
farming
thinking he's having
again.
another episode, closes his eyes and starts to think in his head, this is not real, this nigga's not here. This is not real, this nigga's not here.
Oh, it's real.
This is not
This
real,
nigga
this
is
nigga's
here.
not here. So when Mark opens up his eyes again, Thrag was still there. And he told him, yes, little nigga, we indeed are here. And this was when Mark finally realized that the Thrag standing in front of him was indeed the real Thrag. So Mark starts tweaking out and begins to hit Thrag
No
over
damage.
and over again. But
Zero
Thrag just
damage.
took all of this with no reaction. Then palmed Mark's face and threw him back to where he started.
Jesus.
Then Thrag told him, stop, little nigga. I
did
did
that
put
say?
him back to where he started. Then Thrag told
You receive Earth safety, I receive Paul Spaghetti.
him, stop, little nigga. I didn't come here to fight. I came here to talk. So Thrag gives this man a little smile, then tells Mark, here's how this is about to go down, little nigga. You took our home, so now
You took my barber, so I will take yours.
we're taking yours. So from this day forward, we will be using Earth as a breeding ground to repopulate our forces and rebuild our empire. And don't worry, they've already started. Krieg done cracked like 6 of your Earth holes already. That
He wasted no fucking time.
one out motherfuckers having
He heard the order, he said, bet, I'm on it.
the time of his life right now. And Lucan is already famous. He's
Steve Harvey!
been hosting this show called Family Feud on the radio.
I knew I wasn't the only one who thinks he looks like Steve Harvey.
Alias name, Steve Harvey or some shit. But that's besides the point. What you need to know is this, little nigga. You're going to let us coexist with you. And if you don't, we will rip this planet in half. Also, I will need to acquire the location of your planet's best barbers. Their services will be needed.
I was joking about the barber thing, but okay.
So Mark has to agree because he basically has no choice. And Thrag officially takes the entire planet of Earth as hostage and turns it into a Viltrumite breeding farm.
He really lives here now.
The verdict. Ladies and gentlemen, after observing all of this evidence and tallying
Dude, over half of this list is nothing but murder.
up this long list of charges, this is a pass with flying colors. This man Thrag belongs in the elite category for menaces. He pulled off this list of charges in 3 episodes, gang. That is like a new record for Charles or some shit. And this is just the tip of the iceberg because the files on this man are going to continue over the years. So with that being said, hope y'all
Just wait until the next season. I'm sure he's gonna pull up some more bullshit.
enjoyed. And until our next trial that is coming up very soon.
Pain trial? Wait, he never did a pain trial? I thought for sure he made one, but I guess not. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I finished Naruto a long time ago, so I don't even remember half the shit Pain did.
I bid y'all farewell.
Oh my god, but this video, fucking hilarious. This video was hilarious. I was almost in tears, bro. This shit was so funny. Bro, remember when people used to have this argument of who got the worst life, Spider-Man or Invincible? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Spider-Man's life is heaven compared to Mark. This guy gets his ass whooped almost every fight. He almost dies almost every fight. He got his bones broken, his teeth shattered, his guts pulled out of him. He got put in a coma multiple times. He got fucking PTSD. He's traumatized, and yet he can't retire. He's the strongest hero on Earth. He's forced to stay a superhero because if he quits, the Earth is fucked. His life is ass. I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I was in Mark's place, I would do what Nolan tried to do. I'm gonna fly into a fucking black hole. I'm not dealing with this bullshit anymore. I would have quit right after Battle Beast. Holy shit. This video was a banger. I fucking loved it. CJ, you're the fucking GOAT. I hope y'all enjoyed. And if you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more, think about subscribing and checking out my other videos and reactions. And with that, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace out.